Hi friends, welcome back. And today we are going to discussing about put call with access token. Okay, previous session we have created for access token, but we are not used exactly what we are going to want, right? But we need to create a access token. Okay, it's a globally, and then we need to reuse that access token into put call location. Okay, for that I'm going to create a one functionality here, another file. Okay, I don't want to mess with any other things. Okay, one by one we can see for that as well. Okay, into, and I'll make it as a file name as a end to end. Okay, and now the get call, my code is there. I'm going to copying this, I'm pasting into in this location. Okay, now my token is ready, but instead of that we'll create for global variable. Okay, we can able to use everything. Okay, and for this static I'll use my playwright object purpose, this one. Okay, now here I'm going to delete my playwright. Okay, see now globally we can able to access in other all the places. Okay, similar format of this as well, directly accessing purpose. I'm creating a static variable. Okay, instead of context I'll create as a request. Okay, for this particular request I'll mention here request. Same request I can mention for here as well. Okay, and we need to create the global things, right? We need to create the token. This particular token we need to access, right? For this I'm going to create here a string static token. Okay, this particular token I will access into here. Okay, this whenever it is created automatically it store here. Okay, now you can see my token is ready, but we are not using in the globally. Globally means we have there are annotations at the rate suit, before suit, after suit, and before method, after method. These are the some annotations we have. We can able to use and we can create. Now in this case, I'm going to creating for before suit. Okay. This before suit will create whenever you hit, automatically it will generate the token and it will provide. The first time it will hit here. Okay, if you want for clearly creation means we can wait. I'll create for some other time. Okay, we can able to set the framework, and there's the framework. It will include and before suits and after suits and closing and everything we can able to use in that particular places. Okay, this is a token generation one. Okay, now we have token generated and we have kept. Okay, now we need to update my test case, right? For this, I'm going to creating here. I'll go to a post method. This particular method, have for the data. Okay, I'll copy this one because we are capturing the data from JSON location. Okay, from the JSON location, we are getting the data, and that particular data we are updating. Okay, same one I'm going to here, keeping here. Okay, this is basically at the rate test annotation. Okay, now instead of post, I'm going to use for put operator. Okay, put. And then you can see the data in everything is same. And here by using for get location, I'll use, oh, sorry, post location, I'll use for put. Okay, put is basically to updating the record in, okay, that record we can able to update. Okay, there are some thing patch and put. Both the two options is there. Okay, put and patch both are a similar format. Put is basically if the record is not available and then it will create and it will update the data. Patch, it will update only for specific record which you have provided. In case that particular record is not presented, then it will not allow you to update. Okay, it will provide you some error messages. Okay, now this is the one, and here the URL location slash I is mandatory. Okay, slash I is mandatory. Now you can see here we used for headers creation, right? Instead of here, we can create here. Okay, then we can able to easily understand what are the things we are using. Okay, a dot asset header. Okay, it is required two params, and this is the two params I'm going to use it. Okay. Okay. Now one I have added, and second one we need to use for token as well. Okay, instead of token before that we can see only okay application context only it is presented and patch updating. Okay, here the context application JSON also it is presented. Okay, and we need to set the same one second and third. Okay, three because we required for this acceptance accept and application JSON. Okay, okay. Next one is token. Okay, token is basically you can see basically token wherever you go in the real time, right? They will not keep it as a cookie. They will not give you. Okay, that label will become a token. Okay, in this situation, what happened? They have given as a label name as a key value as a cookie, and then they are created this one. Okay, real time it will not be there. Okay, there is a different. Okay, just they have given for reference purpose. Okay, now I'm going to use the cookie. Okay, second one cookie, and then we need for token. Okay, and here I'm going to use for token equal to and then my token which it is created in the starting time. Okay, the here. Okay, that particular token this will work. Okay, if you are not using before suit, you use only at the rate test, then what will happen? It will not, sometime it will not work as expected. Okay, if it will go for order base, that moment it will fail you. Okay, and again we need to capture and all, and or we need to use the priority. Okay, that also we'll see in that. Okay, now I'm saving this one. Now if I'm running this one, okay, I'm not running completely, I'm just running for put call. Okay, now see token is generated and also it is updated. Okay, token is generated and also updated, but we run only for put call, but automatically it is hit because it is a test before should. Before should means whenever you run automatically it will hit for that. Okay, in case if I use for priority, then what is the case? Oh, it will work. Priorities, right? Basically what will happen if you provide the priority, that particular priority time only it will work. And also in the priority you need to use for what we can able to say, depends on method functionality also. What particular method is dependent, that particular method also you have to use, then only it will work. Example like now I'm going to use for here, instead of suit I'll go and create for test at the rate test. Okay, now mine is test. Okay, if I run now, specifically put call I'm running. Okay, I'm not running for token. Now see my case is failed because 403 forbidden access it is happen. Okay, then what is the cases then? Instead of that we can able to now you are is right, and then we can able to use that. There is a method called priority. Sorry, depends on method. Okay, depends on method. Okay, depends on method is required for one variable. What method it is required? It is required for which is the method you want to depends. My method is dependent in token. Okay, this token I'm going to provide. Okay, now I'm running this one. It is ran, but it is not given a token properly because it is not ran. Now I'm running instantcom.api depends on not successfully finished method. Not successfully finished method. Why it is not successfully? Some issue with the depends on methods. Actually, it is work in that morning time when I'm explaining someone's. Now it is not working. Depends on method is equal to the token name we need to provide. Okay, if you see the value only it is asking, we have specified the value which it is goes and provided. It is not accepted like this. Somewhere something is mistake happen. Okay, at the rate test depends on methods. This is exactly which I have used previous, but it is working there and here it is not working. Okay, no issue. We'll see there is another thing like there is a priority. Okay, uh, priority equal to 1, and I'll copy this one and here I'll mention for 2. Okay, now I'll run for this. Priority also not working. Mal from JSON. Oh shit, something is mistake happen. Previous we used that there is a token one. Why it is not there? Oh, this is we removed already if you are making the call. Yes, there is a problem for I have used the map here. I'll control Z. This one. Okay, I forgot. I have added here, but unfortunately, I am not removed here. Because of that it got failed. Okay, sorry for that. And then everything we can able to remove, it will work 100%. Okay, and see now if I run again one more time, see it is working as expected, no issues. We'll try for removing the priority. Removing priority also I'll try. Okay, now if I go ahead and run this, yes, now it is still it is working, right? Only that there is a values I forgot to remove, because of that it is not able to run. Okay, depends on also it is working. Okay, depends on method also it is working. Okay, what is the difference between these two? Depends on and priority. Priority is basically if you give the priority, that based upon the priority only it will run. Okay, if you use the depends on, right, before running this particular method, it will run for this particular method, then it will run. Okay, whenever you are going to, what is the difference between before suit and this case? Definitely will get the question, and even you can get the interview also. One thing you have to remember, whenever you call the put and depends on a method or something, you can able to not only put any particular methods. Okay, if you have 100 methods, 100 methods are depends on token only. All the places if you use the depends on, right, 100 times the token will be hit. Okay, this is a lack, right? Instead of that, if you can use the before suit, right, what will happen? It will create the suit level one time. You can able to access into entire project level. That way you can able to reduce the number of hits and token creations. Okay, that is a one. And priority is like a order base. Okay, once it is you mentioned for priority is 0, then it will priority 1, then is starting is the first, and you can able to reuse all the places. Okay, and if you are going to use for depends on is basically 100 times you can using that 100 times you need to mention the token method in 100 places. That's a difference. Okay, I hope it this entire information help for you. Thank you for watching, and please do subscribe and share to your friends and colleagues. Thank you.